Welcome to your virtual law firm growth playbook. I'm so glad you guys are here. You guys are in for a treat. All right, if you stay until the end, you will learn 3 must-know practical lessons to get more clients for your virtual law firm, and you will also receive the ultimate list of virtual online virtual law firm tools if you stick to the end. So make sure to stick to the end. What I'm about to share with you guys, I've never shared anywhere else. These are practical lessons that I know will help you get more clients for your virtual law firm. And by making it to the end, I will also give you my top tools that I use for a virtual law firm to be able to use for your virtual law firm as well. All right, so let's first address the elephant in the room. Getting clients online is damn hard. All right, I'm not gonna beat around the bush. It's not easy. I've been at it for some time, and I can tell you it's not easy. We're in a super saturated market with so many lawyers competing for the same services. Big law firms are spending millions of dollars plastering their name everywhere. Millions of dollars are being spent on Google and Facebook ads every day, and they're competing each other and outbidding each other and spending more on Google and Facebook. And the cost per client acquisition it keeps going higher and higher. There's no doubt that it will increasingly get more and more difficult to get clients online. This is without a doubt. It will always get more and more difficult. And if you don't have a way to stay in front of your clients, your law firm will be forgotten. So how do you stay in front of your clients to make sure they take action with you and not with your competitors, right? How do you stay in front of your clients so that when they are ready to hire, they will go with you and not with your competitors? Well, that's exactly what today is all about. Here are the 3 most valuable lessons to get more clients for your virtual law firm. Lesson number 1, here it is. I'm just going right into it. Is the more you clearly explain to your dream clients how you can solve their problem, the more clients you will get. Again, the more clearly you explain to your dream clients how you can solve their problem, the more clients you will get. Before I teach about how to clearly explain exactly how you can help your dream clients, I got to tell you where I got this from. So it was about 5 or 6 weeks ago, I attended Tony Robbins' Business Mastery. It was a 5-day intense all-day training where I learned from the best of the best when it came to business, when it came to running and growing your business. And on day 3, it was a Friday, I remember there was a speaker that came on that was talking about accounting for 4 hours. It was kind of very dry, very kind of boring, things like I already knew. And then I was about to leave, and this gentleman came on by the name of Donald Miller, and he gave this 45-minute presentation. And this 45-minute presentation was the best presentation, most valuable lessons that I ever learned about business was during his presentation. And what I'm about to teach you about this, what I'm about to teach you is pretty much the best of the best of what I learned from Business Mastery. If you can apply this, what I'm about to teach you will make a huge impact for your law firm. So what is it? What was it that he taught? And this is it. It's by creating a one-liner. So what is a one-liner? A one-liner is a statement that piques your dream client's curiosity about what you offer. It's a short, succinct way to explain to your dream clients how you can help them. So all it is, again, it's just a one-liner that piques your dream client's curiosity about what you offer. And it's just a short, straight to the point way to explain to your dream clients how you can help them. And you use this statement anytime someone asks you, what do you do? Do you ever find yourself in those situations when you're at a party and someone asks, so what do you do? And you have to give an answer, and sometimes you have a hard time explaining it, or you just say, hey, I'm an estate planning lawyer. And most people don't understand what that means. And that's what a one-liner does. It's a magical sentence that makes you money. If you can come up with this one-liner for your law firm, I promise you it will make a huge impact for your law firm. So let me give you a great example. You're at a cocktail party and there's 2 people there. Person number 1, you ask them, so what do you do? And person number 1 says, I'm an at-home chef. Okay, great. Sounds good. And then right next to the first person, you meet the person number 2 and you ask them, okay, so what do you do? And person number 2 says, you know how most families don't eat together anymore? And when they do, they don't eat healthy? I'm an at-home chef and I come to your home to make sure you enjoy your food and maintain your healthy lifestyle. When people hire me, I free up their time, their frustrations, and make them more money. So which one is more impactful? Person number 1 that says, hey, I'm an estate planning lawyer, or I'm a home chef? Or is it person number 2? So tell me, which one, right? It's very obvious. Person number 2, it's a lot more convincing. And which one are you more likely to hire? Let's just say, you did have this problem where you did want to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Would you hire person number 1 who just says, I'm an at-home chef, or I'm an estate planning lawyer? Or would you hire person number 2? Right? So tell me in the chat. Give me a yes if you agree. Yep, Connie, great. Right, Matthew, 100%, yep. Yeah, right, very obvious. It's not even close. So how do you create your one-liner? And here it is. If you guys, feel free to write this down. The first part of a one-liner is your problem. You identify your client's problem. You never, whenever somebody asks, what do? You never start off with saying anything else. You always want to start off explaining your client's main problem. And you want to be very specific. You don't want to be vague. You want to make sure it's a pain point. It's something that your clients feel. Do they struggle? Are they having a hard time with something? What is that? You want to make sure that they feel, whoever you explain to, they feel the pain point that your clients are experiencing. And they need to identify themselves to the problem. And it's also worthwhile to get it down to a soundbite. Part number 2. So again, first part, write it down, problem. So let's actually do it right now. I want you guys to write down for yourselves, identify your client's main problem. What main problem do they have? Connie asks, do we get a recording of this? Yes, the recording will be up until Thursday. But it's definitely worthwhile to do this right now as you guys are watching this. And you guys that are on Facebook as well, write this down. Identify your client's main problem. I'm telling you, there's no better time to do it than now. This is it's like going to the gym, going with a coach versus, trying to go to the gym by yourself. Try to do this right now. So write down, identify your client's main problem. And put it in the chat as well. What's your client's main problem? So Marty says, this is what I have a difficult time with estate planning. Yes, that's why you're here, Marty. So let's tackle it one bullet point at a time. So what is your dream client's main problem that they have? Matthew says, as parents, by the way, whenever you're sending messages, send it to all panelists and attendees so everybody can read it. So Matthew says, as parents, my clients are worried about what would happen to our kids if we passed away. Good. So parents are concerned about what would happen to their kids if they passed away. Great. Jessica says, need a divorce. Need alimony, need child support. Very good, Jessica. Pick one encompassing main problem. Bardia says, being taken advantage by their employer. Very good, Bardia. Employees are being taken advantage by their employer all the time, right? Neil says, they don't know they need a well-drafted business document. Okay, what's the pain point? Why, just because they don't know, that's not enough of a pain point. What is it about it? That if they don't have a business document drafted, what's the pain point? Chris says, being taken advantage by insurance companies when they have been hurt. Very good, Chris, that's very good. Derek says they ticketed or arrested while driving. Great, Derek, but if they got ticketed and arrested, what's the feeling, what's the pain behind it? Feeling frustrated, maybe lost money, maybe getting a point on their record. Try to get it down to a soundbite. Colin says access to legal services or a fee they can afford. It's too vague. I would probably define that a little bit more, Carl. Alana says divorcing clients have to untangle their finances and assets. That's very good, Elena, but it's just too much legalese. Try to simplify it, simplify the language, and don't use any legalese. Kearney says then they don't know how risky it is not to have an estate plan to protect their family and keep them out of court and out of conflict. It's good, Karina, but too much legalese. Pretend like your clients don't know what an estate plan is. Derek says they were ticketed or arrested while driving. Very good. So maybe you could say, 100,000 people get ticketed or arrested in California every year. Very good. Client says clients do not have legal business entity to shield or protect personal assets. Too much legalese. So try to avoid any legalese and try to get it down to a soundbite. How do your clients feel when they have that problem before they come to you without using any legalese? Barry says, I help people get out of debt. We're jumping ship. What's the problem, Barry? So, people are dealing with credit card debt and they're behind on paying payments. That's the pain point, okay? So I want you guys to focus on the pain point first. Very good. Good. So again, pain points, be specific, don't be vague, don't use legalese. How do your clients feel? What's the problem that your clients are having? All right, part number 2, solution. Describe your unique solution to that problem. So explain your plan to help them. Position your service as the solution to their problem. Make it feel like a new idea. Make it understandable. Make it brief. Again, super short phrase. Here's what we need to do. Here's what we do that solves the problem. Don't worry, I'm going to be giving you guys some examples in a little bit that will help you. I want you guys to struggle with this a little bit. It's supposed to feel like a struggle. It took me, 4 to 5 hours to come up with my one-liner. It's not supposed to be easy. So struggle with it. Just write down whatever you have for now. And then when I give you guys more examples, you guys will refine it and continue refining it. No, Steven says unique, different from other similar attorneys. No, just whatever. I think the most important part is that it's specific. It's very clear exactly every part of these. Again, what's the clear problem that your clients are having, and what the second part is a solution. So try to fill out the blank. Here's what we do that solves the problem. What do you offer? What do you do that provides that solution to your clients? So Julian says we help you avoid court appearances and higher insurance rates. Great, Julian. That's very clear and very specific. Very good. Chris says I handle the insurance company so my clients can concentrate on getting better. Good, but it's still a little bit too vague and too general. Just to remind you guys, whenever you're sending a message, send it to all panelists and attendees. That way, everybody can see your messages. So I want to see a couple of more solutions. So what is your solution to that problem? And try to give it in one soundbite, in one sentence. And again, if you guys are on Facebook, please make sure you guys are doing this as well. Just put in under comments. The first part is your problem. Specific, don't be vague, don't use any legalese. What's the pain point that your clients are feeling? And then second, it's what's your solution to that problem? Julio says, I help small businesses and entrepreneurs organize a business to help them protect their assets. So there's 3 buzzwords, 3 legalese that you're using there. It's organize, protect, and assets. Those are legalese. These are vague words that your clients don't know about. So avoid those words. Chris says, I make sure you get maximum value for your case. Good, Chris, but try to define it more. What does that mean, maximum value for your case? You should make sure you get paid for your time off from work, for your medical expenses, trying to define it. Jessica says, our goal is to always demystify the law and to achieve the best possible outcome for our clients. Too vague, too general. And again, I'm calling you guys out. I don't want you guys to get offended. I'm challenging you guys. Again, get very specific and avoid the legalese. Brandon says, I help people protect their assets, avoid chaos, and build their legacy. Legalese. Thomas says, I help people put a plan in place for their health and assets, both during life and after death. Very good, Thomas. That's very clear. Very good. I see you guys Refining it over time. Good. Chris says, I make sure that insurance companies pay the maximums for your pain and suffering and loss of wages. Good, but try to define the pain and suffering and loss of wages. Again, that's a legalese also. I think that's probably the biggest problem we're going to have as us attorneys. We're going to talk in these terms that only we understand. Very good. You guys are on the right path. The third part is reward. Explain how your client's life looks like after their problem is resolved. Okay, so now that you offer the solution, how does their life look like after you help them? So describe a successful ending to their story. What's the result that they get at the end? Bonus points if you can make it visual. By visualizing it and explaining in visual terms, your clients will see it and feel it. And make it the controlling idea of your business. Make it something that they want. And of course, try to make sure to make it brief. Again, straight to the point. Now that I offer this, estate planning, or I solve their divorce, what does their life look like? Jessica says, we got you through conflict and achieved the best possible outcome for you and your family. Too vague, too broad. Jessica, get more specific. Elena says, we provide a roadmap of options that's least contentious. Way too vague, Elena. Dumb it down, simplify it. And this is a perfect practice to do with your spouses who are not lawyers. Actually, I was on a road trip. I was going on a road trip with my wife. We're driving for 2 hours, and we were doing this for an hour on the way. She's not a lawyer, and every time I need to simplify my messaging, I always ask her. Even when it came to even this presentation, I ran it through with her twice to try to make these words as simple as possible. And yeah, don't worry about the run-on. We'll connect it all together. It will all come into place when I show you guys some examples. Jessica says, I'm having trouble creating one line for divorce and paternity suits. That's why you're here, Jessica. Let's tackle it right now. Again, it's not something that just comes up. It's not something that you just you come up with your first try. It will take you at least probably 40, 50 iterations. If I could show you my notes of how long it took me to come up with mine, you guys would be very surprised. And so again, just put down whatever you have so far. And whenever you guys see the examples, I think it will definitely help you guys. So let's go through it. So here's an example. Our services help your virtual law firm grow and succeed. Okay, so how do you guys feel about that? Our services help your virtual law firm grow and succeed. It's just way too vague and it's just unclear. How do you help my virtual law firm grow and succeed? What do you do? Okay. But here's a much stronger one-liner. Most estate planning lawyers struggle to have a consistent flow of clients. We help estate planning lawyers book more calls from their dream clients without stressing where their next client will come from. Okay, so take a look. The first part right here, this is the problem. Most estate planning lawyers struggle to have a consistent flow of clients. That's the problem that lawyers have before they come to me. Second part is the solution. We help estate planning lawyers book more calls from their dream clients. And the result is there's no more stressing about where the next client will come from. You see that? It's very straight to the point, very clear, very specific. It's using very specific language that my clients can understand. That's very, again, book more calls. That's the benefit. And then the result is without stressing where the next client will come from. Mark says, helping small businesses understand and follow the rules, survive government scrutiny, and deal with opportunistic employees. Legalese, Mark, too general. Dumb it down, simplify it. I know I'm being tough with you guys, but it's good. It's good for you guys. Again, simplify it, simplify the language, and let's continue as you come up, post it in the chat. So here's some examples that are going to help you guys. So example number one. And these are in real life terms. It's not in legal terms, but I think you'll understand different parts of it. You'll be able to apply it for your one-liner. Example number one: pet owners are concerned about what their pets are really eating. So we source our food from trusted local vendors, which ensures your pet stays happy and healthy. right? You see that? The first part is the problem. The solution is we source our fruit from trusted local vendors. It's very clear what that is. And then the result is ensures that your pet stays happy and healthy. Example number 2, nobody likes to haggle with a car salesman. So we removed the salesman entirely. You can choose and test drive a car hassle-free so you can have a peaceful experience getting the car you want. See, it's 2 sentences, straight to the point, the main problem, solution, and the result as a result of your solution. Example number 3. Most people can't get their heads around their financial future. So we created a financial plan that puts all of your info on a weekly dashboard, giving you peace of mind about your finances. All right, you guys see that? I know it's not a simple task, and it's not something that you just come up like you just, I teach it to you guys and you get it right away. It's something that you just understand the main components of it, the 3 parts, and you work on it. And you continue refining it over time. All right, so again, I'm gonna give you guys 2 minutes to write down and refine your one-liner right now. Again, identify your client's main problem, describe your unique solution to that problem, and explain how your client's life looks like after the problem is resolved. I want you guys to struggle with this right now. This is a good thing. You guys are in boot camp right now. It's gonna be, I promise you, it's gonna make a huge difference for your law firm. Why is this important? Let's talk about why it's important for your law firm. When it came to, in the past 2 months, we've been creating funnels for our clients. And one of the big challenges that we had was coming up with the copy for the funnel, for the copy for the landing page and what to say inside our funnels, what to say inside the emails, pretty much the words inside the funnels. And I realized that this one-liner is the 80-20 Pareto principle of the copy inside your marketing, inside your funnels. And if you can come up with this one-liner, you can use it everywhere. And I'll show you guys exactly where to use it. And that's why it's so important. Once you have this one-liner, you'll be able to use it everywhere. So go ahead, I'm giving you guys 2 minutes and post your one-liner in the chat once you guys are finished. And if you guys are in Zoom, just make sure to send your chats in, to send it to all panelists and attendees. Keisha says, many families don't have a plan in place if they become incapacitated or die. Good. Incapacitated is probably a little bit too much legalese. So that's the only thing I would refine with that. And then here comes your solution. We help families to design a plan to ensure their wishes are expressed and followed at incapacity. Again, I would remove that word incapacity. Most people don't know what that means. And their assets are preserved and protected at death. So assets, legalese, I would say what they personally own, or their home, or bank account, define it at death so that they can pass them on to their loved ones to create a generational wealth. Very good, Keisha. It's good. It's a great start. And good job, but just continue refining it a little bit more. And then try to avoid that legalese. Derek says, Illinois, and I'm going to try to do a couple of these. And I'll do my best. I'm not sure whether I'll get to all of them, but I'll do a couple more. Derek says, Illinois drivers are often ticketed or arrested while driving. Okay. They are often ticketed, or, Illinois driver are ticketed or arrested, this many amount of times in Illinois. That could be a better one. We protect their record by so you said we protect their record by fighting the charges and obtaining the best possible outcome. So you could say we fight the charges to beat the charges to make sure that you don't receive a ticket on your record and you don't have to pay heavy fines. You see how that's a little bit more refined and a little bit more specific Derek? All right, Julian says, getting a traffic ticket could cost you thousands of dollars. Maybe you could say, getting a traffic ticket costs on average $641. We help avoid court appearances. Again, that's a legalese. And higher, okay, we help you avoid getting your insurance rate going higher to save you money so that you can live a happy life. Something like that. Again, court appearances and higher insurance rates. Avoid court appearances. See if you can, what's the solution and the result of you helping your clients avoid court appearances. Eric says, if you're worried about getting a credit card lawsuit, about having your wages garnished, or about losing your house to foreclosure. Okay, your wages garnished is definitely legalese. We definitely have to avoid that word. I will stop all creditors from calling you or taking your property. I like that. I love that, Eric. Without permanently destroying your credit score, so you can buy a home. So what's the result? Again, it's very good. Their credit score doesn't get destroyed, but what's the result of their credit card not being destroyed? Kind of create that, visualize, close your eyes and try to visualize what does that look like for your dream clients 3 months down the line if, once they hire you. Barry says, I help people who are behind on their debts, hounded by collectors, need a fresh start so they can move on with their life. Besides moving on with their life, what is the result that they get? And I'm gonna do just 2 more. Connie says, most immigrants believe that they can only get and keep their green card if they stay married. Very good, Connie. That's a very specific problem. We have a solution that puts them in charge of their own immigration status so that they can get a driver's license, work permit, and green card to what? Great, Connie. And what happens if they get a driver's license, work permit, and a green card? What does their life look like? So they can live the American dream, so they can live like an American, so they can live freely. What does that life look like? So I'm gonna do one more. Bodias. Let's do Bodias, who's an employment lawyer in California. Very often, employers take advantage of hard working employees as they know the employees are extremely dependent on their incomes. Good. We ensure that employees are not taken advantage of while enforcing employees' rights. But yeah, that's missing the last part, the reward. What does their life look like after you help them? All right, very good. I see you guys, Elena, Steve, Matthew, Marty, Ian, Jessica, and Brandon. I see you guys' chats. Good. I won't be able to get to it, but let's continue on. But continue again. This is something that's continue refining and continue working on. But you guys are definitely on the right path. You guys are doing great. All right. Once you get your one-liner, what do you do with it? So first, you want to use this on your home page. You also want to use it inside your funnels and your landing pages. This is like the perfect 80-20 Pareto principle. Instead of you talking about all the things that you do and all your achievements and using multiple paragraphs to explain, that you do this and this. If you just use this one-liner and you put it in the right places, that will take care of all that copy. We will just use this one line instead of all that copy. So you can also include it in your email signature. That way, whoever that emails you, you can clearly explain to them exactly how you can help them. Trust me, this is something that you definitely want to use your email signature. Show your reviews in your email signature. Show this one-liner. Use your email signature to have as much marketing material in there. And I see a lot of lawyers who don't use their email signature to their advantage. They just have that typical thing. No, it's like your perfect billboard place. Like it's your most highest valued, like high density, I don't know what to call it, like the best property for your law firm. Make sure to use your email signatures to your advantage. You can also place it on the back of your business card so that when you give your business card to somebody, it's very clear how you can help your dream clients. And you can also use this anytime someone asks you, what do you do? All right, so from now on, this will be good practice for the next 3 months. Anytime somebody asks you, what do you do? Don't just say, hey, I'm an estate planning lawyer or I'm a business lawyer. Start off with the problem first. Hey, you know how people struggle with starting their businesses? Well, I help entrepreneurs start their own business without dealing with complicated legal forms. so that they'll be able to work from home and not work for anyone else. You know how that's a lot more clear exactly how, you know, I'm a business lawyer. I don't just say I'm a business lawyer. I always bring up the problem, then the solution, then the result. Okay, so practice this from now on. Anytime somebody asks you from now on, what do? Challenge yourself to explain, to use your one-liner. And actually you can use that opportunity to help have that person help you refine it. And it's something, again, it's continuous. They'll be able to refine over time. Use your spouses for this. Use your friends who are not lawyers. You know, non-lawyers are the perfect people to test this with. All right, so I hope that was very, very helpful. Let's get to lesson number 2. Your website should pass the Grunt test. All right, so what is the Grunt test? The Grunt test is if you show your website to a caveman, can they answer these 3 questions in 3 seconds? And I see a lot of lawyers struggling with this. Very unclear, vague websites about how, you know, when your clients get to your websites, if your dream clients cannot answer these 3 questions in 3 seconds, there's something wrong with your website and you're losing out on your clients taking action. So the first question that your website needs to answer in 3 seconds is, what do you offer? What do you do? Again, you can use your one-liner for this. Second part is, how will it make my life better? And the third part is, what do I need to do to hire you? So again, as soon as you get to your website should answer these 3 questions in 3 seconds, and it should be very clear. Again, what do you offer? How will it make my life better? And what do I need to do to hire you? Feel free to write these 3 down. Very important. All right, so this is an example. This is one of my websites. Again, the 3 questions, the Grunt test is, what do you offer? So it's very clear from this, what do I offer? I offer ITIN and EIN service. How will it make my life better? Is they don't have to deal with complicated legal forms. And the third part, what do I need to do to hire you? Very clear, orange, big orange, bright button that tells them, hey, if you need your ITIN or EIN, click this button. Click this button. Your websites should be this simple looking. There's a myth that websites have to look beautiful, and it's actually counterintuitive. Websites that look ugly and that are simple, you actually convert much better and communicate and have more clarity when they look more straight to the point, just like this. So make your websites look very clear, just like this. I promise you, this is the way to go. Not only have I done a lot of experiments to come to these conclusions, no, this is also based on a lot of things that I see the top online businesses, online law firms. These are the principles that they're applying. What's the point of the picture? Elena, this is actually a video review. So I've done tests of, what's the best video I could put here? Should I put, a video of me explaining my service, or should I just put a video review? And I put my best video review here, and this converts the best. So again, when they click on this, they see one of my past clients talking about my service, and this helps me convert more clients. Very clear, right? Again, what do you offer? How will it make my life better? And what do I need to do to hire you? Your website should answer these 3 questions in 3 seconds. If it doesn't, make sure it does. So how to give your website and funnel more clarity. So your call to action, your CTA button, again, these are your clear buttons that you have on your websites and your funnels, is the cash register for your virtual law firm. The first thing you want to do is include a direct and clear CTA button on the top right corner of your website. This little real estate up here, this is where most people's eyes go to first. And you want to make sure it's very clear. And you want to use this real estate to be able to tell your dream clients exactly what they should do next. So make sure to have that button on the top right. And you want to include a clear CTA buttons throughout your website and funnel. With a funnel, which we'll be talking about shortly, you want to make sure to have that clear one button that takes people down a very particular path, and make sure your websites are the same as well. Very important. Don't use vague CTAs. Don't just say learn more in your buttons and get started. These are vague CTAs. Instead, use direct and specific text in your buttons. The more specific you are, that's specific for your law firm, the better. For example, book a call now. Download your free guide. Call the phone number now. It's very clear what you want your dream clients to do, okay? Get very specific. And no matter what, make sure your website and your funnel passed the Grunt test, okay? Dumb it down so that a caveman can understand exactly what do you offer, how will it make my life better, and what do I need to do to hire you? Give me a yes if this makes sense. Good. Connie says yes. I'm gonna hear more yeses from you guys. Good. Good, Priya, Brandon, Marty, Elena. Good. Good, Thomas. Again, your buttons is the cash register for your virtual law firm. You wanna have as many cash registers as you can. You wanna make it easy. And it's okay to duplicate the same button over and over on your website. Good. All right. Lesson number 3. Websites don't get you clients. What? What'd you say? Yep. Websites don't get you clients. In 2020 and beyond, only a sales funnel gets you clients. And trust me, I'm about to show you why I'm saying this. And I have proof for this. So let me share with you guys my story of my first funnel. I'm actually going on camera to say I'm right here. I am live. I'm not just the voice. So my first funnel, it was 5 years ago. I basically saw an opportunity for helping my clients get EIN numbers. These are for non-US citizens. And I created my first funnel for it and ended up working out great. Basically, it was my first time that the funnel was converting. People were coming in, people were submitting, people were going to the sales page. They were basically qualifying themselves, and when they were ready, they would go to an application, fill out the application, make the payment, and then I would just get notified of the payments, and then I would basically take care of the service from that point on. And then while I was doing the service, I got exposed to another service, and I decided to replicate the same exact funnel that I did for EINs for this other service. And it's been 3 years now. We're almost about to reach our 3-year anniversary. And now we're at, I believe, 60 to 80K revenue a month for this funnel. And it's all because of a funnel. It's done, everything that I made for this service, it's all on the foundation of funnels. Again, everything was systematically made as a funnel. And the result of it has been, this is just a screenshot of just my Stripe account. This is just of $700,000 in revenue. There's even way more than this from my other Stripe accounts that I have for the same service. I've done over $1 million for this service, and it's all because of a funnel. And I also spent $150,000 in Google Ads. Again, I wouldn't spend so much money to direct people to my funnels unless it was working. And I also do Facebook ads for this funnel. Spent $50,000, $49,415 to generate at least $490,000. At least. This should be, actually, I just found out this week that Facebook ads underreports how much revenue that it tracks by a factor of 3. So this should actually be 1.5 million from Facebook ads. Again, just from what Facebook tells you, that's been 1,000% ROI from Facebook ads by using funnel. Again, the structure of the website is made in funnel concepts, and the marketing was done with Facebook and Google, and I can attest all that to a funnel. And then also went and I purchased one. It was so successful. I went and I purchased the domain of my dreams. The service is for getting an ITIN, and I actually went and purchased itin.com, itin.com. It's a four-letter domain, which just by the nature of being a 4-letter, it's worth a lot of money, let alone the name of my actual service. And I was so ecstatic. I'm like, this is life goals. I got the domain of my service. Great. And let me go, since this is like a big domain, and it's probably going to be a big big opportunity for me. Let me go create a website for it. And I created, again, I had the funnel that was converting, but for this one, for item.com, instead, I created a website for it, okay? And this is just a screenshot of the top part of the website. And there's more to the page. And I'm actually show you guys the website right now. And it's like a typical traditional website. Again, whatever a website looks like, this is what the website looks like. And I kind of went against the grading. Everything that I built was based on the fundamentals of funnels. But this one, I was like, you know what? It seems like it might be, I kind of have to keep it traditional because, it's item. If people go to a website that's the domain of the service, they expect to see a website. And here's been the result of it since I've done marketing for item.com. I've got a grand total of 4 clients generated by sending people to this website. And the only problem is I spent $3,300 generating those 4 clients. So I actually lost money doing marketing for this website. Okay, so again, the first business funnel, it's generated at least $1 million, if not more, $1.5 million using funnels. And then I have the business number 2. I'm basically my own competitor. I created a website for it, and I've lost money for this website. I've lost money for item.com that's built on the foundation of a website. And this led me to the realization, and a very valuable lesson for you, is that websites lose money in 2020. I don't know how else, I knew about this, that's the reason why I even got into funnels, but now I actually have actual proof. I put my money where my mouth is. They're marketing for a website, and no, hands down, the websites lose money in 2020. And the only way to get clients online in 2020 and beyond is with a sales funnel. Just like CDs replace cassette tapes and DVDs replace videotapes, the website has been replaced by something called a sales funnel. Sales funnel are the evolution of websites. Just like how everything changes, the only constant is change. The website has been transformed to this sales funnel. It's a very clear, succinct way of driving people down to take the next step and to build that relationship so they could become your clients. And in 2020 and beyond, and I'm here to tell you that a sales funnel is a matter of survival. You will need a sales funnel to survive in 2020 and beyond. If you're just depending on your website, you're gonna get killed. You're gonna be beaten by your competitors. So again, a sales funnel is the means to survival in 2020, in 2021 and beyond. And if you're wondering why websites don't work, is because websites don't lead your dream clients to take action. Okay, websites are kind of like a brochure, just the same way that you're walking down Las Vegas Boulevard, and those people that hand you down those brochures, you take a quick glance at it and you throw it down. They don't lead you to take action. On the other hand, a sales funnel builds relationships with your dream clients and nurtures them and guides them to take action. Again, these 3 parts, again, building the relationships, nurturing those relationships, and guiding them to take action is what it takes in 2020 and beyond to get your dream clients to take action. It's a very systematic way of thinking about how to retain clients. You can't just show a website to your dream clients and expect them to take action with you. You have to, take them down that particular funnel kind of system to be able to do these 3 parts: build the relationships, nurture them, and guide them to take action with you over time. And it's not something, again, most people don't take action right away. They don't just see a website and just hire you. You need to basically do it through the funnel understanding. The best way to kind of explain this is, imagine the stages of a relationship. Let's just say, most of us are either married or trying to get married. The end goal is, if you're trying to get married, there's a series of steps that need to be taken for you to get married. The first thing you do, when you meet somebody, you ask them for a very simple, simple date. You usually typically go on a coffee, you go for like a simple date. If the coffee goes well, then you go on a more serious date. Then you start dating them a little bit more, increasing those touch points, different kinds of dating, you know, sometimes dinners, sometimes, you know, going to fun places, but you date. And over time, you become exclusive, you become boyfriend, girlfriend. And then, you know, once you're inclusive, then you take the step to get married. You don't just jump from meeting somebody to get married. It's the same thing with, you know, when your dream clients find you online. They don't just find you online and just marry you. You need to build that relationship with them over time so that when they are ready to marry, then they'll be ready to, okay? And here's what asking to get married on your first date looks like. And you may see these ads from lawyers doing this. Don't be this type of lawyer. This simply does not work and it's not sustainable. And you probably see a lot of these ads come and go. You probably see it once or twice and then you don't see them anymore. And the reason for that is that they don't work. Maybe they may get lucky, maybe, you know, a couple times here and there, they may get a couple of leads, but it's not sustainable. It's not a sustainable way to run marketing. So instead, you need a sales funnel. So what is a sales funnel? Again, this is very broad, general concepts of a funnel. Is that the first stage is the very first thing you gotta do is just to capture the attention of your prospects. So your clients, when they don't know you, all you're doing, again, with either paid ads or with content, basically with videos or, you know, with written articles, is you're just trying to get them to become aware of you. Once they become aware of you, the next stage is to gauge the interest. Hey, are you interested in this thing? You know, with the funnel, you typically have a landing page, you capture the information. That's when people show that they're interested in you. Then when people enter your funnel, now they're in this decision stage where people are deciding whether they should hire you, what they should do. They have some questions. They want to get this question answered. Then they're in the decision stage until when they're ready to take action with you, then they take action. But you need to think of a sales cycle with your clients in these terms. Again, you got to be very systematic about it. I remember like seeing these concepts a couple of years ago, and I was like, it's just like, why do you have to do this? You know, some people are gonna, if they want to hire you, or if you're good enough, people are gonna hire you. No, I'm telling you, a sustainable way to run a law firm is you need to be aware of these 4 stages. Again, people need to become aware of you. Then you need to grab their interest. Then you need to answer, you know, during the decision stage where you're answering the questions, you're talking different language for that until they're ready to take action with you. So 5 years ago, as soon as I started learning sales funnel concepts, I started applying them. And fast forward 5 years and over 120 funnels later, Legal Funnel was born. So in the first 4 years of, you know, I created all these law firms, these funnels for myself. And it's, you know, I was kind of in the trenches, which the best way to kind of say, I was in the trenches getting results. And the result of that is from one of my law firms, I've been able to serve over probably 4,000 to 5,000 clients now. And I'm actually the highest rated lawyer on Google right now. I have 1,795 reviews at the time of this recording. And every single one of these reviews comes from real clients. And every single one of these clients came as a result of a funnel. If it wasn't for a funnel, I would not have as many clients as I do. Again, it's a very systematic way to drive people who need my services to lead them down a very particular path that I need to take. And since then, I was able to receive the ClickFunnels 2 Comma Club Award. ClickFunnels, which is the software that lets you create these funnels. They give awards for to people who achieve $1 million in revenue using funnels. And I was able to get this award as the first lawyer to do so. And again, what I teach and what I preach is not based on theories and things like that. No, these are actual practical things that I've learned in my own businesses. Again, I have multiple of these. I have my Eon Express team here. I have Mollaei Law here. I have other law firms. I have a lemon law firm. I'm doing different things, and it's all based on these funnel concepts. And I've also been able to talk about these things on different podcasts. I'm actually have 3 podcast recordings that I'm recording tomorrow. And I'm on this mission to help as many lawyers understand the power of funnels, why these funnels is so important. It's just a better way for you to have a systematized ways to get clients. And if you don't have a funnel by 2021, I promise you that the market is going to get more and more saturated by lawyers who are going to understand these concepts and create their funnel. And it's kind of going to be it's the online real estate. Because the best way to kind of explain it is like, if I came to you in the 1980s, I'm like, hey, I'm telling you, real estate is going to be really hot in the next 30 years, you know, buy your first property. It's the same thing with funnel. Get your first funnel up, work on it, create it, get it up so that you refine it over time until the rest of the market catches up. You'll be ahead of the game. It's the same thing. And I've also been able to apply this, not just for myself, also for other clients, for partners, for affiliate partners, for people that I've been able to apply these same systems for them as well. Again, this is just a couple of months ago at the beginning of the year where I received this with my beautiful wife. And these are the two co-founders of ClickFunnels, again, for achieving at least $1 million with one of my funnels. Now I'm actually on the way of receiving 2 more, one for legal funnel and one for another for Eon Express, again, using funnel concepts. And I'm also, again, I've had 82 students who've been through my legal funnel program, and 60 to 70% of my students leave me video reviews. Again, every single student who goes through this always has positive things to say. I feel so blessed to be able to do this, to get these raving testimonials from people who go through the program, who are able to create their own virtual law firm, aka their funnel online.